Hey everybody, Lee here, new episode of Birthday Cake TV for you today. A little bit of a follow-up really from the video I've done previously for the Birthday Cake TV, which was about am I ready for the low carb, high fat lifestyle. I had a question that's come in from a gentleman in Phoenix in the USA. Hello USA, hello Phoenix. And he said to me, he sent me a message just to say, look, I really love your videos, and I really understood what you were saying in your last video with regards to am I ready? And he got that. The question he actually asked me and wanted to know what the answer to was, is it for him? And is the LCHF lifestyle for everybody? And it's a very, very interesting question, and the reason that I say that is quite simply, it's a forked answer. Yes, on one hand, it is for everybody, but no, it's not. And I'll go into explaining exactly what I mean by that. So, it is for everybody? Yeah, it is. Anybody can make a success of low carb, high fat living if they're in the right mindset, in the right mind frame, and in a good, clear, conscious state to be able to really trust the process and themselves. When it's not for somebody, and the reason that it's not for somebody is exactly what I've just said there, when they're not in that frame of mind. When you'll hear me talk a lot about when you start the low carb, high fat lifestyle, it is a leap of faith. You are basically going against what medical practitioners, or most medical practitioners, have been educating us about, what health experts have educated us about, and you are changing your lifestyle quite dramatically. And it's about being able to adapt to the mindset that's required for that, and it is a tough roller coaster ride, I assure you. I've been on it, and it is a struggle, because conventionally what you're used to doing is what you're meant to be doing, or so we've been told. And then you move to a drastic change of lifestyle like LCHF. You hear words like keto, ketosis, and all of these things that are quite strange sounding and foreign to us. That can lead you to questioning things. But you've got to remember, go back to the day that you absolutely decided, I think this is what I want to do. And like the gentleman who wrote to me, he has been giving this some serious thought. He knows he's got a lot of weight to lose, and he really wants to do this, but he's still not convinced, is it for him? Well, I hope I answered his question and gave him the right answer to get him going and get him started, because yeah, it is for him, but as long as you've got the right mindset. There's no point in taking a leap of faith if you're not going to do exactly that. You can say you've taken a leap of faith, but what you actually might have done is just gone, well, I'll give it a try. If it doesn't work, then it's not for me. And that's what we want to avoid in these scenarios, because when you take that leap of faith, you are saying, I trust the process. I trust the people that tell me this can work for me, that it will work for me. I'm going to have patience, I'm going to have stability of mind, and I'm going to have self-control to be able to make the absolute most of this. So I'll never want to quit, and I'll be able to, enjoy the results and everything else that comes with it, the clarity of mind and everything that you hear people talking about. But you've got to take that leap of faith and commit to that leap of faith. For me personally, when I took my leap of faith, it was a Hail Mary. I've talked about this a lot, but I had literally given up trying to find a solution other than having some surgery done, which would have gotten me some weight loss, but nothing compared to what I've been able to achieve on low carb living. So firstly and foremostly, you've got to be able to take that leap of faith, but do it in absolute trust of the process and yourself, and be willing not to question the process or yourself when those times arise, and trust me, they will arise. You've just got to continue on that process, and if you can do that, you're ready. If you feel you're comfortable to do that, you're ready. If you don't have any other excuses prepared, then you're ready, and this is for you. But if you're not in that frame of mind, you're going to have a battle with yourself, and you're going to jump on, jump off, jump on, jump off, and you're going to continue to do that until you see the light and continue and do it where you should have been when you started, or you'll jump off and you'll just write it off and say, Lee was talking hogwash. It's not as simple as that. Hey, I have never ever said it's simple, have I? Never ever. The easiest thing about the low carb, high fat is the food. You get that right, it's easy. The battle that you're going to face in your mind between now and the point where you absolutely come to terms with who you are, and I'm still doing that myself, is when that's when it'll all come to light. You'll see, you'll feel that clarity. But until you get to that point, you're just going to keep going back and forth between these two scenarios, which is you'll feel good one day, you'll feel bad another, and you'll argue and argue, and you're never ever going to train your brain to think otherwise. So therefore, the battle is within yourself. It's not the process. The process, if you trust it, will work for you, and that's what you need to do. So to answer your question, look, everybody can do the low carb living. It's not difficult. What is difficult is the pressure that you'll put on yourself, the pressure that you will want to see the results, see the successes, maybe a little bit more sooner than you're ready to accept it. And the battles that go with that, the change in your appearance, the change in who you are, how people perceive you and see you differently. And you'll start thinking back to some of the times, through life, I wish I had have found low carb 10, 15 years ago. I wish I'd have started 10. Look, that's all the past, it's all gone, it's all behind us, and what we're looking for is the rest of our lives, and it's every day moving forward. So if you've got the right mindset, you're in a good position mentally, clear of mind, you're going to trust the process, this will work for you. If you have one single negative doubt that you're not convinced, my words don't convince you, Christine Cronau's words don't convince you, Jimmy Moore's words don't convince you, then perhaps you need to do a little bit more research and have a little bit more of a think tank with yourself and a conversation with yourself to ask yourself, why are you truly not on board with this yet? Because the evidence is around you to see, and low carb living is based on evidence. I weighed 207 kilos. I now weigh 95. That has happened to me in 14 months, and it can happen to you. So I hope that answers your question, and I hope if you're thinking about onboarding and that's been something that's been troubling you, that's sort of made things a little clearer as well. It's always great to hear your feedback and your questions, and I thank that gentleman again from the United States for sending that through to me. And if you've got any questions that you'd like to see me answer, anything that you'd like to know about in terms of onboarding, or are you on the lifestyle and finding it particularly tough going at the moment, whatever it might be, fire them through and I'll continue to answer them. And in the meantime, Facebook page up and going, doing some great things. Our community group has got a lot happening in it. We've got things happening on Instagram. I've got some more news coming on that hopefully very soon. And the community is just buzzing and alive. So all the best to everybody. Thank you again for your continuous support. Thank you for all the lovely messages that keep coming in. I'm continuously happy to share my story with you. That's why I do what I do, and I want to help you as well. And if I can give a little bit of help to somebody who is in a position that I was, just over a year ago, then that's, for me, that's everything. So thanks again, and until next time, we'll speak soon.